It's Mielle Organics new leave-in conditioner. And that's not the only thing that's going to leave. Your hairline, bald spot, and any possibility for any hair follicles to grow will all be leaving too.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Clear Hair. We are talking about the downfall of Mielle. The reason why I put my hands like this is that I hope this is the last one. As in, I am exhausted of just in general natural hair products being good and then they get sold, good and then they get sold. Like, I hope this is the last one. I hope it's over from here and we can move on, but I'll be talking about that. Thank you guys so much for your support. So first things first. So I have on here, creates a product that works for type 4, sells to bigger brand. I know that they changed the formula, blah, 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 blah. And then we get mad and then we move on to the next one. That's pretty much the pipeline. That's pretty much the story. Like, I feel like they're, like, I'm trying to crack my neck. It really hurt going like this the whole time. But there's something about the fact that it has to do with money. And I'm about to get in that in the 2-minute mark. But I am exhausted. Like, I don't know who to trust. Like, I really am like, okay, so do I use this brand? Turns out they have this. Do I use this brand? Turns out they don't like that. Like, I am exhausted. I really just want to find a brand that will keep the same formula, keep us type 4 at the forefront, if that's how they started, and just, I don't know, I'm just tired of it. So first things first, we're gonna go into is money. Time to put my accountant hat on. Okay, first things first, I get it, all right? I get it. Like, at the end of the day, like, I wish we could pay our bills in Trident layers, but we can't, all right? Things cost money. I have on here as a big note that natural hair is a $1 billion industry. I remember, I think I did like a little bit of a quiz on how much you guys think the natural hair community is based off of, and it really is. It's a $1 billion industry. I think that we need to start understanding that the black dollar, basically melanated dollar, is one of the most, just one of the most financially stupid, like, just financially stupid, because the fact that we're so pressed about, oh, this person has to be right, that person has to be right. At the end of the day, like, it's financially stupid because of the fact that we control the majority of the dollar. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. We control the majority of the dollar, and we still aren't able to make progress as well. And I know people are gonna come out the woodworks and say, oh my God, well, what, you know, people, you need to start using only black owned products, you need to start doing this. And I was like, and I understand. And like I said, I'm guilty of, I can put my hands up and say I'm guilty of using certain products that are not applicable to black hair, but they are. But I also need our stuff to get stepped up too. But the only thing about it is that the moment we step up is when these other big conglomerates come in and they come and take the product and change it to whoever what they want to do. For example, Gorilla Snot Glue. It's not particularly for black people, but you see how strong my edges are laying. I live in Florida, and this is from 2 days. Okay, it doesn't go anywhere, right? And this would be perfect. This would be a perfect space. And I know people are like, oh, well, you know, there's plenty of black owned products. I know, and I've tried them all. Okay. And I have to keep going back to what works. This is my money. I have to spend it, and I have to be smart about it. I just can't sit here and just spend it like, okay, well, this is black owned, even though it's not working, you know? But it is about money. So like I said, the thing about it is just that a lot of people are coming at the owners of Mielle, and they're just like, oh my God, you sold out. And I was just like, y'all can't even stand up to the chef and tell them that they cooked your steak wrong. At the end of the day, that amount of money that they offer them, we don't know. That amount of money that they offer them, I know that some of you can't even turn your homegirl's man down. Okay, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Vice versa. Some of y'all can't turn your homeboy's girl down. And you're saying you're going to turn down 2 point, 000 out, you wouldn't. So let's start there with y'all lying. Okay, let's hold y'all accountable there. However, one thing I don't like is someone who's not upfront. I'm very direct, very big Leo. L is for Leo. Big Leo here. And I can tell you this, I'm gonna keep it a buck about mine. You see how I said, hey, I still use Gorilla Star Glue even though it's not for black people. Okay, I still use it. It works. Okay, I'm gonna be upfront. What I didn't like about the whole Mielle situation was that the owner was trying to basically gaslight people into thinking like, oh, it's working. It's just your scalp doesn't. I was like, nah, baby, they changed the formula. You could have just said that. Now, who knows if they have an NDA about changing the formula? But like I said, we are humans. Like, for example, I have a deodorant, Mitchum, that I use, and I'm a sweater. I sweat like a pig. That's what they be saying. So my glands are very overactive. It's good for working out because I do 10 jumping jacks. I burn enough calories for a week. However, I am a very sweaty person. So me personally, Mitchum was working and I felt the formula change. I felt it. Cause I was like, dang, like this is my second time applying today. Like, oh my God, apply again. And come to turn out, I go to the Reddit comments, she's like, yeah, they definitely changed the formula. It's less aluminum or this to be more kosher, blah, or be more environmental friendly. I was like, I know, but I need whatever it is, put it back because I am now looking at men's deodorant as the next option. And like I said, they need to work. But my thing is, I just wish you would have been honest and didn't gaslight people about what happened. They changed your formula. Now, you could have went to an attorney and had them come back and come to you and tell you what you should say. But I don't like that if we were gaslit and they're saying, we didn't change the product. That's just your scalp or da-da-da. I was just like, baby girl, let's keep it a buck, okay? Let's keep it a buck. At the end of the day, they changed the formula. All right, it's in the scalp. All right, you can tell somebody changed. I can even tell that the gas is different now too, but that's a different story. Okay, so we're gonna go now to products. So I have here too, as the title is natural hair products. I have on here what truly works, and I can tell you this, like, one thing that has always been so just anxiety driven to me as a natural hairlist, I don't know if that's called, it comes from my head, I don't know if I consider it natural hairlist, but one thing that's frustrating is not knowing what works and losing money in the process. Like, I tried this new edge control, you know, to step away from Eben, because Eben's very allegedly, even though it's true, Eben is not having a good rep this year because of user error. They did it themselves. But they're not having a good rep this year. But the thing about it is that I tried a new brand and it cost $16 and it did not work. That's not to sit there and say that you shouldn't keep trying. But like I said, like, this is inflation. When I reach into to get my card, or I reach in to get my cash, I want to know the product I'm getting is going to work. Okay, so that's why I said, like, what works is so indicative of your natural hair journey. Because so many times I've seen women who literally have I could have snatched my scalp and put it onto theirs, and they have the same hair texture as mine. They're just like, oh my God, like my hair doesn't do what you do. I was like, because you haven't found, like, just use these. I'll be your guinea pig. How about that? You can use these products and they'll work on you. I promise I use them. You know, like, they're just not using it. Like, the main issue is that you need to find out what works for you. However, the only thing about it is that we do not have the money or the time to sit there and do that. Like, if my hair doesn't work for this, I can just use that and just do something different. But everybody else doesn't have it. Like, we got people who are mothers. We have people who are business women on the go. Like, they don't have this time to sit there and say, okay, well, is this gel going to work today? Crap, I have a meeting today. Now my hair looks like this. My hair looks like that. So I don't know. In that aspect, I really feel like we need to keep it a buck with that aspect there, that, you know, what works, like what truly works. And then my thing too is just, I'm just thinking of like a scientifical, just thinking from a scientific perspective about what works and what doesn't work, is the fact that we gotta go, when you do an experimentation, everything needs to be controlled so we can actually have a unbiased answer. So if your hair texture, if you have like alopecia, whether that be genetic or traction, you're not really the one to, you're not the best specimen to demonstrate if this product works or not. Okay, you're not. Let's keep it a buck. All right. So I think too as well is that when we're talking about what works and what doesn't work, in order to see something work, you need to make sure it lasts at least, you want to take it through at least 90 days before you want to see if it works. Because there's been plenty of people where they'll put the edge control on for 2 seconds. It's not working. Mama, like the microwave didn't even go off yet. Like, popcorn not even done popped, and you're just like, it's not working. I was like, you didn't really give it a chance to work, did you? So we have to really go based off in like what is what is working, what is not working. That's a very multifaceted question, but it's very expensive to fund. It's an expensive experiment. Like, I'm consistently experimenting. Like, I was like, okay, do these twists work, or do these twists work, or do this edge control work, or does this make my pimples go away? Does this make me break out? Like, every day is an experiment, because a lot of these products were not made with the melanated community in mind. And I think there is a big, like, almost vulnerability there, because it's not like I can go to a hotel and be like, okay, I can use this shampoo. I use the shampoo as hand wash. You know, it's like I can go there and expect to see Mielle, or expect to see Shea or Cantu. Like, it's not going to be there. They go based off like who's the majority of people who are going to be going to a hotel, and it's not type 4. Okay. So that's why I said, like, finding out what works for you. Like, there was a lot, like, I feel like I would throw like I would throw a flag on, because of the fact that a lot of people were saying that they were having, you know, bald spots and this and other. I was like, I know, but like, we need to know, what was your starting point? And that's not to invalidate their feelings. Like I said, I truly do believe that Mielle allegedly was causing hair damage, because you change the formula. There's a delicate balance. Like, to be a natural hair enthusiast is to be a chemist. Okay. You need to know the humidity, you need to know the porosity. So I truly feel like they were the cause of it, allegedly. Okay. But I wish that we were a little bit more succinct on what took place. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my next one. Pattern. Okay, I have on here just a feeling of defeat. Like, this episode is not to make you feel bad. I mean, it's in pink. I don't know how bad you can feel with pink around, but there's just this pattern. Okay, like I was saying earlier in the video, there's just this pattern that I'm exhausted of. Like, I went natural. Like, I've always been natural. I got a relaxer. Anyways, I went natural in 2014. So it's been a decade. Okay, my decade anniversary. Maybe I should do like a little thing for that. Good idea. Okay. It's been a decade of me being natural, and I can tell you, it's been frustrating. It's been excruciating. It's been rewarding. It's been exciting. It's been beautiful. It's been ugly. And there's just so much involved that I'm at this point, like, I'm just burnt. Okay, I'm burnt from it. I'm exhausted. There's something so isolating about knowing that, oh my God, another one. And we don't have the options other people have, you know. Like, it's kind of like when people are just like, oh, okay, well, this product doesn't work, just go to another one. I was like, yeah, we're on number 12 though. You know, like, there's not much options out there. And I know there's a lot of small brands here, there. And I was like, thank you. We really appreciate you. Like, please keep fighting the good fight. But financially, I can't take that financial risk to know if you're going to work or not. And I know people are just like, oh, well, that's what the reviews are for. I was like, I understand that. But like I said, like, what good is a review if once I see commission-based or sponsored by like, what good is that review when this person can just manipulate it? And there's been plenty of times where I've seen someone use a product and they already did a twist out, and they're just like, oh, this is such a good curl enhancer. I was like, Miss Ma'ams, you already had a twist out on. Okay, you already did a twist out. Or when someone does a curl rod set, I was just like, you straightened your hair. Ugh. You know, like, there's a lot of, you know, just not enough honesty enough to me in the natural hair community for me to make an informed decision on using new things. But my final thoughts about Mielle, I just want them to get lawyered up a little bit more media training, because I feel like people are still gonna buy Mielle. It's such a pretty box. I didn't realize how pretty the products were, because I didn't use them, because once I saw they used coconut, because my hair hates coconut. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I'm Haitian, baby. Like, I don't know why my hair hates coconut. Cocoye. I don't know why, but I really want Mielle to get media training. All is not lost. I just want them to have a little bit more of accountability, like, hey, sorry for the confusion, but you know, the formula did deviate from what it originally was created as, but that does not mean there was no improvements along the way. You see how I got that? Write that down. Okay, write that down. Instead, it was just like, I don't know what y'all complaining for. It's Black owned, isn't it? That's not how you gain people to gain your trust back. That's not going to make them come back and be like, oh my gosh, she was right. Yeah, that's not going to really entice them. Okay. It's not going to entice them to be like, okay, let's buy from them. Like, that's not going to me, that wouldn't, like, me personally, that wouldn't entice me to ever buy from you again, because I'm going to sit there and I'm going to think that, not only do you think I'm dumb, but I also feel like you don't value my dollar or my opinion or me as a person. So I don't know what you guys think about it. It is a little bit of an old story, but it's a continuous growing story because more and more people are coming out and saying, hey, showing up to the scene with their ceilings missing, and a good and itty bitty committee is now discontinued because there's no hair back there. I don't know. They were going off on justice from Shade Room, but don't forget to subscribe, share. It's their hair.